resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
This is the Atom Effect.
It's Black, baby. This one for me. Pull up to the front of the club, please. Form a circle. Here we go. Tell me what I gotta do, girl, to take you home tonight. Yeah, I'm on my player shit. I'm tryna make you moan tonight. You own it right, hey. Then jump on my bike, hey. Then jump on it right, hey. This your song tonight, your song tonight. Tell me what I gotta do, girl, to take you home tonight. Yeah, I'm on my player shit. I'm tryna make you moan tonight. Yeah, you own it right, hey. Then jump on my bike, hey. Then jump on it right, hey. This your song tonight. I smoke omnipotent, man, it got me choking. Pink drink, man, it got me coasting. Medicating, man, it got me focused. I'm invincible, I feel like I'm floating. Kissing on the lips like it's French, and I'm making music like my name is Chopin. Black is in and out, black is in and I'm drugged out cause I'm really coping. Baby girl, I got a question for you and I think it's yes cause I'm really hoping. I've been grinding and it's really showing. Baby girl, she start grabbing me, I'm like, baby girl, she like, daddy please. Tell me what you hoping, come and get me open. Tell me what you hoping, come and get me open. Tell me what you, well, tell me what I gotta do, girl, to take you home tonight. Yeah.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Atoms and good evening to the Eves. This is the Blac Pill Podcast Ninja. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got a good show for you guys today, man. Today's episode, or tonight's episode, maybe this evening's episode, Claressa Shields claps back at Laila Ali, accusing her of being old and hating on the youth. Yes, sir. Let us know what you think in the comment section, man. Where we at? Let me pull myself up. Hold up. And my bad for coming in here late, man. I had to fix up everything because I told you guys the other day my stream was messing up. But we in here, man. Shout out to your boy. Now, like I said, quick disclaimers before we get started. Shout out to you if you tuned in. If you tuned in, you are officially tuned in to the Blac Pill Podcast Ninja, made by none other than yours truly, Black Adam. I just made this up off the top of the dome. But yeah, man. What was I gonna say? Quick disclaimers before we get started. For those of you who are new here, we discuss entertainment news. We discuss the entertainment industry that encompasses a lot. Shout out to you if you tuned in. I'm happy you're here. Hi. Past that, let us know what you think in the comment section. Participate in the show. Quick disclaimers, like I said before we get started, everything that you guys see here is for entertainment purposes and social media commentary only. None of this is real. This is a perspective of a perspective, so don't shoot the messenger. That being your boy. With that being said, hey man, second disclaimer, if the shit lags, my bad. If the stream lags, my beezy, I'm balling on the budget. Donate to your boy, man. Donations in the description box. If you can't donate, hit the hype button. If you can't hit the hype button, hit the like button. Ninja, do something. Participate in the show. If you don't like what I'm saying, hit the dislike button. At the same time, don't tell me about it. You may as well just block my page or keep your comments to yourself, okay? Past that, shout out to the big girls. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the big women out in San Antonio. And I didn't say that. Shout out to Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said that. Anyways, we streaming on 6 platforms. People, what up? YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, Kick, and X, Ninja. We in here. If I start sweating, it's hot, but it's cold. Out here right now, the weather's changing. Tonight's supposed to be like 60. It's supposed to be 40 tomorrow. So, you know, I'm trying to prepare for that mentally. Past that, I like the cold, but I don't really like the cold. And the reason why, shout out to the truckers. I used to be a trucker, truck driver myself. You see a driver, tell a driver, thank you, driver. But when I was a trucker, I got caught or stuck in a snowstorm. And because of that, it kind of ruined my interpretation of the winter. So you feel me? I was with Melly. Shout out to Melly. For those of you who don't know, Melody's my dog. And yeah, long story short, we got stuck at a rest stop. We was in a truck at a rest stop in a snowstorm, piled up on snow. Ninja, we had to eat out of the vending machine for a week and a half.
What the
Yes,
hell?
sir. For a week and a half. Okay?
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it was a bad time. So long story short, y'all know what it is, man. That's why I'm not really a fan of the weather changing to get that cold. And I mean, I was in like Wyoming or something, or Utah or something. It was bad, bro. It was bad. Anyway, let's get into today's show, man. Shout out to you guys if you tuned in. If you want to join our memberships, join our memberships. Shout out to the Adams and Eves and everybody in between. They, them, Zim, Zer. Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know y'all control the industry. So we got to shout y'all out. Yeah. Anyways, man, let's get into the show. Y'all participate. Let us know how you feel. Let's do it. So everybody got the same social media. We all have different algorithms. Here's a bit of mine and my fan base. Shout out to the core. Let's see what's popping off on the net today. We got a couple things to discuss. We're going to go to Adam Experience, people. And like I said, answer the poll and hit the like button. Let's have a good time, man. I'm sitting here acting like I haven't been here before because, you know, the other day, my streaming program's messed up. So it said I used up all my available stream slots or whatever that means. And I was sitting there like,
But what the hell, boy?
yeah. So I had to rework the stream. So I set up the program in a certain way to stream off of the laptop. I had to rework it to stream back on the laptop, which was the other day. So like I said, I'm looking at this uncomfortable, trying to make sure everything's working. So while y'all see me filibustering, I'm testing all my sounds. You know, I'm clicking stuff just to make sure. Hey, man, I do a lot, man. One time for me. For real. One time for me. Anyways, before we get to the main event, man, we got a couple things to discuss. First things first, shout out to Dwight Howard and his wife. They're not getting divorced anymore. Let's hear what they have to say. And her name is Amy Luciani. And we discussed this story before, even today's show. Today's show, people, is it's a continuation of the last show where Laila Ali actually clapped back at Claressa Shields. And shout out to the GWOAT and shout out to She Be Stinging. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. But it's all good either way. Past that, yeah, so Amy Luciani, so we discussed this before. She wanted to break up with Dwight Howard or divorce Dwight Howard after being married for 6 months. Let us know what you think in the comment section. She said that she's giving us marital advice after almost ending her marriage with Dwight Howard 6 months in. Here we go.
Love of my life, and I almost divorced his in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you as a new wife, I know this is going to be a hard practice, but shut your mouth. Shut up. Now,
let me just stop it right there. Hey, man, shout out to the ladies that know. Ladies, if you're in here, put a 1 in the chat, okay?
Hello.
Shout out to the ladies that know, man. Hey, first things first, what she say, I'm going to let her say it because they're going to say I'm being misogynistic. Shout out to the feminists. Let's get it. Here we go. Run it back. Here we go.
I met the love of my life, and I almost divorced his in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you as a new wife, I know this is going to be a hard practice, but shut your mouth.
Oh,
shut
yeah.
up. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, oh, you got to shut up because you married. What is he silencing you?
Hey. Hey, man. Is this thing on? Hello? Hey, man, say, man, God smiles down on his children. And I'm not God. I'm referring to the Most High. Shout out to the Most High. Hey, Ninja, if you know, you know. Game is game. The Bible is the first indirect description of the game. And hopefully that doesn't go over your head. Here we go.
No, sis, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying pick your battles. And sometimes pick them quietly. Understand, when you became one with your husband, that means you became one. Y'all are one. You have to literally die to your old self You don't want to do that yet. What does die to my old self mean? Because I'm very much still alive. Simply means adjustments. You got to make a lot of adjustments. Again, heavy on your one now. Know your spicy attitude isn't passion. It's a nasty attitude. That has to die for your husband. Confrontational spirits hidden by passion. You're not passionate, sis. You just got an attitude problem. Lose it. Quick gem. Successful top tier men, they just want peace. They don't.
Woo! Jesus. Hey, say real quick. Guys, for those of you who don't know, right? I do not watch these videos in real time. So I don't know. I mean, I'm watching them in real time. My bad. I said that wrong. Goddamn. Hold up. What I meant was, I am watching these videos in real time. I don't watch these videos before the show. Shout out to everybody that sent us videos. So there's people sending us videos, and you guys can send them to my email or any one of my platforms. Hello. Send them right there. It doesn't matter the follow count at this point or this stage in the game. It don't even matter, Ninja. I'm monetized or whatever the case may have you. But yeah, like I said, so I'm watching these things in real time, so I never know what to expect. So that way, it's more of a realistic reaction or whatever the case may have you. But yeah, hey, bro, she woke up and she said, "I'm gonna spit facts today." Shout out to her. Shout out to her. And no shade to Dwight Howard, like she just. Let me not say anything, and then just get mad about their wife. I'm here to tell you, gentlemen, Adams, pull up to the front of the club, please form a circle. Hey, Ninja, say Ninja. Ninja died behind his wife, okay? Let me just say it like that. I gotta say it like that, bro. So don't mess with a Ninja wife. Trust me, I know. I seen it with my own too, okay? Here we go.
I don't want anything else. You can't do anything else for them besides bring them peace. Mistake I made, me and my husband going through issues, telling my friends about it. Don't do it. Lying to yourself is hard, okay? You spent your whole life talking, probably talking too much, getting the last word, being overly opinionated, being emotionally unstable. Some people settle for that, but this person married you, they're not going for it. Passive aggressive attitudes. Most black men, when you do that, it reminds them of somewhat what they grew up with their mom, their siblings. They married you. They don't want to feel with the trauma from childhood.
Ain't even a trauma for childhood. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna say this too before we continue. I'm gonna be in here for a little bit, at least till about 9 o'clock. Yeah, bro. So, I remember I've heard people say like, "Oh, man, some men are doing this," right? I don't speak for all men, and I've been told that by other men. So, shout out to my fan base. I speak for my fan base because I hope that we generally think along the same lines. Excuse me. Yeah. So, I've never been the type to per se look for my mother in a relationship. I find that it's weird, okay?
What the hell?
I'm gonna just say that. Let me just put that out there. So a lot of women are of the opinion that dudes try to date their mom, I guess in terms of they want a woman that cooks and cleans for them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Hey, man, I just want peace, Ninja. At the end of the day, you got to grow with this person. You got to grow old with this person. And the person that you meet now, and this free game, gentlemen, and ladies too, ladies soak up this game, but I'm of the opinion that women are smarter than us, or more meticulous in their thinking, right? So yeah. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah, so the person that you get with is not the person that it's not the same person that's gonna be that person, feel me, 10 years down the road, 20 years, 30 years, 40, because perspectives change. So y'all gotta keep that in mind too, bro. And like I said, marriage is a whole can of worms. I ain't married yet, so I know Ninja's gonna be like, "Oh, why you speaking on it? You ain't married." But I've done all the things, like minus having kids. I've done all the things that men that have been married have done. So I've taken my money and put my money up towards a woman, towards multiple women that I've dealt with in the past. What else? I've done the wrong things. And that's the perspective I speak from. I don't speak from my high horse. So I've actually moved in with a girl before. Can you imagine to stay with her?
You need to leave.
On a number of occasions, I done moved in with some of the women I dealt with and their parents and stayed in their house. And this is when I'm in my grown years, still performative years or my learning years, but my grown years. I'm saying like 2021, trying to figure this shit out. I'm in Texas. What up, Texas? We in the building, Ninja. Just figuring this shit out. So yeah, I'm just keep that in mind when I speak about these things. So I know what it's like to stay with a girl and not have your shit together. I done seen the other side, okay? I seen the dark side. Once you see the dark side, you either stay in the dark or you got to come back to the light. I chose to come back to the light. So yeah, that's where I speak from, guys. Here we go.
And I'm about to say something that's probably going to hurt y'all feelings.
What's up, little mama?
Black successful men do marry black women.
That
But
part.
my girls, let's be for real. Let's talk about it. I already know, sis, life was not easy for us. And along the way, we formed a little neck roll that we can't get rid of. Because life was hard doesn't give you the right to be rude, a bitch, confrontational, nasty attitude, uncooperative, any of those things. You're married now, sis, so you're joining with one. It should be a peaceful harmony, right? Which means you have to die to yourself with all the ugly things that do not create peace. Let's talk about the maybe I rule. If there's
First off, whew. She just took out years of multi-generational trauma for all you ninjas. So I have higher expectations for you people now. Let's continue.
conflict going on in your marriage, in your home, silently to yourself, not out loud to your husband, ask yourself, maybe I am understanding this wrong. Maybe I am processing this wrong. Maybe I am being overly emotional. Maybe I am not listening. If you silently ask yourself the maybe I's and then go in a corner and process them before you respond, you will see that maybe I can do something to meet him more in the middle versus pushing the confrontation.
Let me give some game. You know, we started with this. I can't believe we started this. Shout out to whoever sent us this video. Hey, bro, just so y'all know, first off, gentlemen, like I said, free game. We can disagree to agree. I say that so that way I don't have to defend myself on my own page with my own videos. 'Cause some of y'all, bro, the way y'all come in the comments talking about I'm wrong and this, that, and the third, I'm like, bro, why are you telling me about it? Like, I'm supposed to sit there. I mean, I guess, you know, if you listen to me, I feel you. But some of y'all, I feel like y'all just hear the first few sentences and y'all don't really try to understand what I'm saying. And then y'all just trying to turn up from there. And then when y'all write these long ass paragraphs, I'm like, bro, you expect me to sit there and read the whole thing? Like, I have a life. I mean, I do this, but I'm doing this. This takes time to do. But yeah. What I was going to say was, gentlemen, what you have to come to terms with, and like I said, I could charge for this. Y'all should donate to your boy because I shouldn't have this info. I had to take them bullets to get this info. Bruh, the prettier a woman is, ladies, my bad for exposing the game, but the prettier a woman is, the more unrealistic, I won't say expectations, but the more unrealistic of a life that she lived. And when I say that, I'm saying that in direct correlation to you. Unless you came from money, if you ain't come from money and you're dealing with a woman that's pretty, she has certain expectations that are going to make no sense to you. Now, it's not her fault. It's because society offers her these things. And what I mean by that is, an example would be, let's see, like, okay, I always use the examples of back at the crib. And like I said, this is a poor example only because anecdotal evidence is not necessarily factual, but it's good for the, it's goose for the gander. Is that what they say? It's good for the conversation. So like in my school, shout out to the crib. Now at the same time, I was born in Miami, Florida, so ninjas got money and shit. I seen ninjas in high school buy their girlfriends cars, bro. Hold up, bro. I was sitting there, and like I said, for those of you who know my story, bro, I came from balling on a budget. I came from like niggas used to crack. Oh, I ain't mean to say niggas, my bad. Ninjas used to crack on me. You know, everybody had Timbs. Ninja could only afford lugs because I wore like a size 13 when I'm in 9th grade, sitting there with my lugs. Everybody cracking on me. I like, bro, aren't lugs cool? They like, what are those fake ass Timbs? I'm sitting here like this. All right, I came from, I don't even need to describe my story, but yeah, like I said, so these are some of the unrealistic expectations. So a woman that gets with a guy that buys her a car, after that, every guy, like the bar is set there, and that's the problem. Now, I'm not saying per se it's a problem. I'm just saying that's the reality of the situation or the unrealistic reality of the situation. So like I said, earlier I said, the prettier a girl is, the more unrealistic lifestyle that she will expect from you. That's what I mean. So when y'all see a lot of these girls married, well, let me not even say that. Let's continue.
I did not say you cannot have an opinion. I never said that. I said, stop, process your emotions, okay? You married now. You basically just said, I love you for the rest of your life, my life, no matter what we go through. Me not really understanding the real concept of marriage, I was thinking like, oh, Dwight, you're doing this. I don't like this. I'm going to flee. I'm going to run. Listen, y'all, you ain't ready for marriage if that's the way you think it.
Now, she said some truth. Hold up.
I met the love of my life.
She said some truth in that last statement. But gentlemen, I'm here to let you know, bro, if you don't handle yours as a man in a marriage, your girl gonna leave you, ninja, okay? I don't make the rules, bro. She's gonna somehow, some way fall out of love with you. Now you can do the 2 and 2 and put it together and figure out the math. Unless she really rocking with you, bro, she's not staying. But today is not about relationships and shit, but we got relationship stuff to discuss. Anyways, let's get into the music industry, man. Shout out to Dwight Howard. I just wanted to bring that up. I'm happy for them. Congratulations to them because they chose to stay together and stick it out rather than leave each other, right? All right, let's get into the music industry, man. Shout out to Lil Woody. We got Lil Woody speaking on men who go back to prison. And I don't want to say shout out to the gangbangers. Don't send the Goonies after me. I don't want to say I agree with him, but like I said, shout out to the squares. In today's day and age, it's harder to be a square than to be a gangbanger per se. And what I mean is, you get access to more as a gangbanger, but it comes with this kind of lifestyle. Me personally, I don't want to live that kind of lifestyle. Shout out to all the gangbanging ninjas that find their way to my page, the Bloods, Crips, and then the dangerous gangs like the MS-13s and the Suwus and the GDs and the BD. Hey, bro.
You need to leave.
Salute. And shout out to everybody I know in those certain predicaments and circumstances. Hey, man, I'm saying it like this. I know what I know. I want no parts no more. I keep the information I know to myself. Let's wash our hands with it. It's all love. I ain't gonna say nothing. You don't send nobody. You dig? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Anyway, shout out to Lil Woody. Let's hear what Lil Woody has to say. Here we go.
Let me tell y'all the gut and the truth.
What's up?
Any nigga that been to Georgia State Prison, that went through that process, don't got out of jail and went back in that motherfucker, he's gay. Let me understand y'all why street niggas don't like gay men. They don't like gay men because they're fucking gay. They are trying to uphold an image. When I walked in that prison and they made me scream butt naked in front of all them people out there, it fucking hurt.
You need to leave.
Yep, gentlemen, I always tell you this, and shout out to ladies too. I'm gonna start with the ladies first because it's always ladies first if you have some manners. Ladies, do you want to be somebody's bitch in prison?
What the hell?
I gotta say it like that.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Hey, I gotta say it like that to tell y'all the severity of the issue. Gentlemen, do you want to be a ninja's bitch in prison?
What the hell?
Huh? Do ya?
Oh my
Do ya?
God. No way.
Cause I guarantee you that's what's gonna happen to you, bro. And this is coming from a big dude. I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all never seen me in real life. I'm a decent sized dude. I'm not the biggest dude, but I'm a decent sized dude. I can defend myself if need be. I'd rather not. I consider myself a pacifist because I have power with my words. I learned that now, looking back in hindsight. But yeah, bro. Even coming from a big dude like me, and I'm not the most versed in fighting, but I know a little something. And I don't say it on social media just in case somebody really got pressure with me and try and pull up on me with some gloves. Okay, let me say it like that. But yeah, but what I will say, bro, there's somebody bigger and badder than you out here in this world, and you don't want to come into contact with that person. Because imagine, ladies, you want to go first, or gentlemen, do you want to go first? I'll start with the ladies. This time I'll do the guys. Gentlemen, imagine you are in the penitentiary. You mobbing, trying to look hard, and it's a big dude. Like I said, I'm 6'1", 260. It's a big dude, like 6'5", 300 pounds. And that ninja say, from now on, you taking your toothbrush and you're scrubbing my toilet with your toothbrush. And if you don't, I'm going to grape you from behind for the rest of your life or for the rest of your time in here. What you going to do, bro?
You need to leave.
Two things. Either you're going to let him do it or you're going to have to adapt to the, what is it called? The prison life, the penitentiary lifestyle. And then you're going to have to, for the rest of the day, go get you a long piece of metal or find a way to create a piece of metal and then sharpen that metal for the rest of the day. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you want to be in that situation? Don't ask me how I know these things. I ain't never been to the pen though, but like I'm saying, I know some people and they done told me some shit, bro. You don't want to be in that position. Ladies, let me do you now. Ladies, I done met women. I've dealt with women that have been in the penitentiary, right? And like they spoke to me, like I done seen some stuff. Like I done seen, I'm like, hey, like what's that on you and shit like that. So long story short, imagine you're a girl, you mobbing, trying to look hard, and you meet a girl that's bigger than you. You like what, 5'5", you got in trouble for scamming, doing fraud, or whatever the case may have you. You meet this girl, she like, she you a girl, you 5'5", you meet another girl, she like 6'2". As she said, from now on, I want you to eat it where the sun don't shine for the rest of your time. And if you don't, guess what? I'm gonna beat you up. And she punch you in your face and make your nose bleed. What are you gonna do? I got. Why y'all mad at me? Hey, bro, why y'all mad at me, bro? I have to say it like that so y'all understand the severity of the situation. You don't want to be in that position. The best offense is a good defense. Shout out to my coaches in my life. My coaches used to tell me that. Shout out to Tellis, shout out to Maselli when we was playing ball. But yeah, so you want to be in a position to where you can be prepared for the worst, but praying for the best. So if you get into one of these situations where you have to harm somebody, you're not scared to do it. You feel me? And then you do it. But like I said, you're doing it from a defensive standpoint. So that way you don't have to do time. You don't want to be in that shit. It is a revolving door, and they do it on purpose. Anyways, let me let Lil Woody finish. Here we go.
It hurt to a fucking degree that it's like, damn, this is not right for motherfuckers to do you like this.
Let me run it back so y'all can hear the whole video. Here we go.
Let me tell y'all the gut and the truth.
What's up, Lil
Any
Woody?
nigga that been to Georgia State Prison, done went through that process, done got out of jail and went back in that motherfucker, he's gay. Let me understand y'all why street niggas don't like gay men. They don't like gay men because they're fucking gay. They're trying to uphold an image. When I walked in that prison and they made me strip butt naked in front of all them people out there, it fucking hurt. It hurt to a fucking degree that it's like, damn, this is not right for motherfuckers to do you like this.
Yup.
Then I see niggas go back to prison 4, 5 different motherfucking times. Bitch, all it took for me to see it was one time.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Fuck you going back to prison for, nigga? I give a fuck how broke you is. Nigga, prison so hell, nigga. If I gotta go back, nigga, kill me, nigga. I'd rather see my ops get that victory than motherfucker put me back in there where they gonna strip me of my manhood.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Bro, I've told y'all this story before, and I've had multiple people tell me this. I've been around some gang banging affiliated ninjas in and out the penitentiary. Them ninjas told me to my face, hey, you know, I see what you're doing and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, if I had your brain, like they said this to me, bro. No glazing. I'm not glazing myself. They said if I had your brain and if I had your credentials, I ain't gonna lie to you, I would turn my back on everybody I knew and I would run with that motherfucker. And I used to sit there and think like, yeah, but you know, and I would have every excuse until I realized whatever I was glorifying, whatever was glorified to me when I was a kid in terms of social media and TV and shit like that, it wasn't really what it came out to be. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm looking at what they doing. It's like, yeah, this the way to be. This how I'm supposed to be. And they looking at the way I'm doing like, yeah, this how I'm supposed to be. I wish I could go back and be like this. And yeah, like I said, I mean, everybody got their own battles. Everybody got their own struggles. But that's just something to keep in mind, bro. Shout out to the younger generation. I'm specifically talking to y'all. If y'all find y'all way to my page. Yeah, bro, you don't have to be hard, bro. I know it might get you, you know, some of the pretty girls and shit like that. You feel like if you act like that, it's going to turn them on. I mean, you can act like that, but don't actually do it. Don't do no stupid shit. Don't do no dumb shit. It's not worth it. Don't be a robber. You know, it's ninjas out here stealing from people. Don't be a robber. Don't be a scammer. Hey, bro, be a square ninja. Be a square. Wait your turn. That's it. You just gotta wait your turn.
Strip me butt ass nigga. Y'all laugh. Y'all don't understand what I mean. What I mean is, to enter the prison, you gotta take everything off that you went birth with. Y'all laughing.
Yeah.
Man, y'all laugh. These niggas gay.
Try to tell you.
That's why I tell niggas all the time, I don't care about you being gay. Don't violate me, nigga. I'ma demonstrate. And that's just the God untruth. My bad.
Why you looking like that? Sorry. My bad. Hey, bro, that's what doing that shit'll do to you. Make you look crazy like that. Shout out to Lil Woody though. Here we go.
But these nigga gay, bro. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the OGs and the ones that standing for real principles, they had to go back.
Like I said, shout out to the real ninjas, you know, and the ninjas that standing on 10 or standing on 100, as they say, 10 toes down, 10 toes, you know, like my feet, 2 feet, 10 toes like 2 feet. Shout out to them ninjas, but yeah, bro, I mean, like I said, y'all could never convince me because I consider myself very self-aware. Y'all could never convince me to sit there and put myself in a position to where I have to sleep around a bunch of men for a good portion of my life without any women.
What the hell?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Brother,
There's no way. There's just no way. I'm not built for that. That's why I say it's ninjas out here that are stronger than me. I'm not that strong. Shout out to you if you that strong. I'm not. I don't want to be a soldier, concrete jungle, concrete soldier. It get real in the field, all that. I'm okay, brother. Here we go.
Because somebody don't try to violate them. They don't apply to y'all. Y'all, them niggas already know it don't apply to them. This shit apply to these niggas that breaking their cars, showing these guns, ain't hitting nobody. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you see? Scared to get in trouble. See? Look at how he driving. Look at how he driving.
Me on the phone. Motherfucker might be watching my live. Man, outside early.
All right, anyways, you made your point. Shout out to Lil Woody. More gangbanging is. Shout out to Almighty J. We got Almighty J pulling up to somebody's stream, and he explained why him and YB and Namir stopped effing with each other. Here we go.
Namir joined the gang. Namir,
talk clear.
Namir moved to LA and joined the gang. And it went from being a business to a fucking gangbanging fest. And I don't want to be around that shit.
So you scared of this shit?
I wasn't scared. I just not like.
Look at that clown shit. I think that was Dub. Shout out to Dub. Yeah, I think he was trolling, but yeah, that's some clown shit to sit there and say. And that's why I'm saying you get older. That's some clown shit to sit there and say. So you were scared of gang banging? I mean,
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
yeah, bro, we lost, bro. We need the right people to lead, but here we go.
I don't want to be around gangbangers, but I like the money.
What was the reason why I fell off?
Oh, that's the Shay. Shout out to the Shay. I ain't no shot. My bad, Dub. Shout out to the Shay. My bad, Dub. Dub took that work. My bad, fam. My bad. Dark skin ninjas unite. My fault. My fault.
Namir joined the gang. Namir,
talk clear.
Namir moved to LA and joined the gang. And it went from being a business to a fucking gangbanging fest. And I don't want to be around that shit.
Yeah.
So you scared of this shit?
I wasn't scared. I just not like.
That was
I don't want to
Dub.
be around gangbangers, but I like the money.
Now, this is an old piece of footage right here. They got this old piece of footage. And like I said, shout out to the YNs and the young ninjas. Hey, ninjas, hey, if you got somewhat of a brain, get away from them dudes. Guys, you have no idea where life can take you. You guys don't understand how big the world is, one. Two, you don't understand all the things you can do with your time other than trying to act hard and mentally masturbate to the idea of offing your ops. I'm sorry, that shit is weird. And I got beef with people back home, out here in these streets. And I don't think, I don't sit there like during my day and be thinking about how I want to get these people and get the ops and this F the ops. I might say it in my music though, but I am trolling. I'm trolling. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I just want to live my life and be peaceful. Here we go.
How you went from GD to Crip, bro? How you went from GD to Crip?
You're talking at the same time as Cuz.
How you went from GD to Crip?
You're talking at the same time as Cuz.
Nigga, you not gonna explain yourself? Are you gonna open your mouth and say some dumbass shit? You not gonna answer the question?
I'm talking, nigga. What the fuck did you talking
How you?
about?
How you? I'm gonna let you talk. How you went from GD to Crip?
How I went from GD to Crip? It happened.
Bro, what the fuck?
It happened.
There is no way on Vadu. There is no way.
You joking, bro? You didn't even.
Christ, there is no fucking way. You just said. He just admitted. Nigga tripping.
Hey, I swear to God, you niggas got to do a little better than that, cuz. Hey, I'm disappointed.
No, you did that
What
bad. What
the fuck?
You just did
bro?
that bad, boy.
In a bitch.
You did that bad, boy.
You just heard
I
him,
wish
right?
I wish
He
you niggas
say
the
it
best
just
of luck,
happened.
cuz. Like,
Shout out to YB and Namir. Now, YB and Namir, oh shit, I moved it. YB and Namir has a chance, but yeah, the rest of them ninjas, bruh, they don't even know their life's over already, bruh. Not to say it like that. I ain't sending no disses. Y'all niggas take this shit personal. I ain't sending no disses, but I'm saying this is what's on y'all mind instead of actually getting some money. Y'all niggas try to sit there and figure out how this ninja went from GD to Crip. I mean,
What the hell?
who cares?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
shit.
No way.
And I know I'm gonna hear all the excuses. Shout out to the gangbangers. Oh, we come from it. You feel what I'm saying? You wouldn't understand because you was born into it. Yeah. All right, bro. Whatever. Like I said, life is a choice, bro. At this point, let's continue. We got Lil Durk, man. Law and Order with Black Adam, people. We got Lil Durk. Big victory for Lil Durk in court. So the feds confirmed that they reviewed his ex Twitter account and iCloud, and they found nothing that they plan to use against him. That means there's no incriminating messages, posts, or data tied to the case. So congratulations to Lil Durk. And for those of you who don't know what's going on, so Durk tried to leave the city. I believe he was trying to fly out of the country. And right now he is on trial, or he's going to be on trial. And there's a confidential witness in this case. And basically it was murder for hire. And he provided info of Lil Durk allegedly putting bounties on 6+ people and shootings that OTF members participated in. And this is also recently after, what's this ninja name? One of these ninjas just got caught up. I wasn't going to talk about him, but I mean, they just laid him to rest. Rest in peace to this ninja. OTF, I can't remember his name, but he's one of these ninjas. And then I think I seen something on the net where they said they got his mom, bruh. So, I mean, yeah, bruh.
You need to leave.
Y'all play that game if y'all want to, okay? Play the game if you want to. My advice for you, don't play that game. More Law and Order with Black Adam. Here we go. We got the Julio Fulio case. I don't really want to say too much about this. I already spoke about it. Let's see what happens. But this girl, Alicia Andrews, is on trial for wanting Julio Fulio gone. So she had beef with him. They're talking about it's going to be an ATK RICO because supposedly she was with, I guess, Young and Ace's little brother or whatever the case may have you. And then she wanted Julio Fulio gone. And then, you know, they went on a mission, allegedly, and did whatever they had to do, right? So, I mean, it's a sad situation. But supposedly it says after it was revealed that Alicia Andrews was deep in the streets and had wanted Julio Fulio gone since 2021, the court forced her to listen to Fulio's When I See You. She was visibly upset about it. She considered him her biggest op and he didn't even know her. Do y'all see the nut shit I be talking about, bro?
What the hell?
Are y'all hearing this, bro?
Oh my God.
So look.
No way, yeah.
Shout out to everybody that find their way to my page, feel me? Like I'm not saying this bragging. I have a little bit of influence. When y'all see why I say stay dangerous out here in these streets, y'all hear me say I keep weapons on me. But I'm a square though. Shout out to the squares. My bad if y'all heard that. Shout out to the squares. Like I said, word to the squares. The reason why I keep weapons on me, not necessarily. I could be lying, right? It could be all trolling for social media. But the reason why I move like this is because I had haters coming up as a youngin' since I was a kid. And I wasn't aware that these people were haters. I was like, man, why are these people acting like this towards me? And now I'm aware, instead of ignoring my actual instincts, I listen to my instincts now. And I realize these people are haters. Why would I ever trust these people? Y'all see I keep to myself. You know, I'm very mindful of who I got in my circle and who I speak to because I'm aware that people are envious and jealous of you. So yeah, it's fuck everybody. I'm like this, looking at all you ninjas with my weapons in my pocket, like, huh? What y'all want to do, huh? Nah, I'm just trolling. But yeah. So like I said, she wanted this ninja gone since 2021, and the ninja didn't even know her. That's some nut shit, okay? That is some nut ass shit. Here we go.
8:39 a.m.
And somebody said she fine as a mother, you know? And yes, she is, gentlemen. Like I said, if you didn't know when I said this before, I'm of the opinion. I'm not going to call it facts because when you say that your opinion-based statements are facts, people tend to think you're being disingenuous. I'm of the opinion that a lot of beasts that y'all see go down in the hood and somebody die, it's behind a woman. Not to say it like that. My bad, ladies.
You need to leave.
My bad, but when it comes to situations like this, like I said, this is where I say women are more meticulous in their thinking than men, because women can manipulate, a pretty woman can manipulate a guy to incite violence or to engage in violent acts, right? Whether or not it's towards her or towards another person. So gentlemen, be careful out here. If you see a pretty girl, make sure you look twice. You gotta measure twice to cut once, in the words of Charlemagne the Jizzle. Here we go.
Girl, I don't like Fulio. LMFAOOO, ugly.
What happened?
And publishing 89B.
So we can't play the song, but I'll give you guys the backstory. Hold up. Let me scroll up in the Adam experience. People send us a lot of videos and ish. Where we at? Let me see. Hold up. Y'all bear with me. We almost there. Like I said, we cover a lot of stuff. So right here, before his death, Fulio spoke on rumors of a $50,000 bounty on his head in Jacksonville. And yes, for those of you guys who don't know, there's bounty hunters out there. And yes, there's people that put money on people's head. Why they don't snitch, I don't know. I wish a ninja would put money on my head, ninja. Well, let me not say what I do. Here we go.
Do you feel like you got money on your head?
I done heard a few rumors in the streets, but Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
I've heard you say that before. I've heard multiple people say that before publicly, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a crazy figure? Are we talking big money, or is this just bullshit, or?
I say it's a pretty penny. Shit, so like, it's a pretty penny.
Yeah, so he said it's a pretty plum. Yeah, so I mean, I ain't trying to expose too much street shit because there's street ninjas out here that take that shit personal when you expose the game. But yeah, 50 racks not really a lot. Like he said, it's a pretty penny. But I guess when you start getting to like 100 racks, and don't ask me how I know this. First off, shout out to the FBI and the CIA that's watching me, Ninja. I ain't off nobody, Ninja, so I could speak freely. I can speak freely. But yeah, I'm saying like low ball, and my bad to you bounty hunters, please don't find your boy. Low ball is like 8 to 10. 8 to 10 is low ball. Past that, I feel uncomfortable speaking about this, so that's all I'm gonna say. Here we go.
I mean, is around what 100?
I heard.
Do you feel like you got money on your head?
I done heard a few rumors in the streets, but yeah, something like
because
that.
I've heard you say that before.
Hold on, we trying to hear somebody knocking on my door. I see Melly going to the door. All right, I think we good. Let's continue. Cause somebody knocking on my door. Got to get out the weapons.
I heard 50 one time. Heard 80 one time. Yeah, I heard a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling if it's true or not, but I heard a lot of shit.
All right, man. Rest in peace to Fulio. Let me see. Hold up. We got one more we're going to play for Fulio. Let's see. Where we at? Right here. Boom. So right here.
Emphasizing what she...
My bad, y'all. Prosecutors show the text messages between Alicia Andrews and her best friend gossiping about Fulio. Here we go.
8:39 a.m. Girl, I don't like Fulio. LMFAOOO, ugly ass bitch. He need to die.
Yep.
And SHID, that was Will Friend. And then FUCK, that code. And SHIT, bitch, he shot me and my friend died. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it. What's she saying there?
Yeah, bro. Yep. What do I even press? I don't know what to press. Here we go. Yeah, ninjas is cooked out here in these streets, bro. Y'all gotta be careful out here, man. Like I said, I don't care who you are. You don't know if somebody plotting on you. Now, I'm not saying it's to fearmonger or have you guys, worried and having anxiety. I'm saying just look alive, bro. Be aware. Like, especially around this time, I told y'all yesterday, in the words of Papa Black, shout out to my dad. My dad is Papa Black. Papa Black always says around holiday season, you gotta be extra careful because ninjas be on 10, people be drinking. Like I said, it's specific holidays. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Y'all know what it is. 4th of July, them country ninjas come out the woodwork, ninja. They come out the woodwork. And you know what they saying in their head? They saying America. Okay? They saying America. You dig? And you know what they trying to do. Okay? Need I say more? Shout out to my black ninjas out here in these streets. So y'all gotta be careful. Where else? Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to my essays. I know what it is, ninja. Shout out to the essays. Most of the essays are cool, but there's some of them ninjas is racist too on the low skin. You won't know until they expose themselves. So sometimes they might give you mean looks. Me, somebody give me a mean look. I'm sitting there like, you good, bro? Are you straight? Why are you looking at me? What? Is there something on my face? I need to know because I'm like, I like to look decent. So I'm like, so if I really feel somebody looking at me, I don't care if you a gangbanging ninja. I'm not the type to look away, bro. It could be 5 of you ninjas. If I see y'all looking at me, bro, I'm like, I stop what I'm doing and I look. And they're like, what are you looking at? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, are you looking at me? Are you looking past me? Because I need to know if you're trying to hurt me so I can protect myself and defend myself. So yeah. Shout out to the essay. So Cinco de Mayo. Who else? Like I said, Halloween. Thanksgiving, like Black Friday. Black Friday is dangerous, bro. We wasn't allowed to celebrate Black Friday coming up. Like when we started getting older, but no, it's dangerous, bro. Ninjas is loonies out here in these streets. And then Christmas, you got to be careful. Oh, and also New Year's. Yeah, bro, them times. You got to be careful. Anyways, let's continue, man, because we got to get to the main event, which is boxing. But we're giving you guys Law and Order first, then we'll do Coley Blues, the news, and after that, sports news. Here we go.
What's she talking about?
Don't answer that. Yep.
She just said?
Yes.
How do you emphasize that when you're text messaging back and forth?
Hold the message down and then you pick a reaction.
So they just
messaging that she.
Like I said, they going through the messages, and like I said, the text just proved that Alicia Andrews knew about Fulio and wanted him gone years before the incident. So that means she plotted on this snitcher. So yeah, hopefully they make an example out of her. Not to say it like that, but
You need to leave.
yeah, bro, they gotta make an example. Cause we ain't playing no games about that shit. People need to start being made examples out of. Sorry if it's you, and to be real, sorry if it's me. Shit. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Anyways, back to the industry. Like I said, we got Drake and Aiden Ross. Law and Order with Black Adam, people. Drake, Aiden Ross, and Stake are facing a class action lawsuit in Missouri federal court, accusing them of promoting illegal online gambling through Stake and misleading fans by pretending to gamble with their own money using funds allegedly provided by Stake. Oh man, Ninja. According to the filing, plaintiff Justin Kilham of Independence, Missouri, in quotations, is this thing on? Yes, it is. In quotations, what does it say? In quotations, lost money gambling in defendant's online casino as a result of defendant's wrongful trade practices. In quotations, when Drake and Ross purport to gamble online with Stake, they often do not do so with their own money despite telling the public the opposite. These acts are deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair and violate Missouri law. Yep. We're going to keep you guys updated on that story. That just popped up recently. That's in today. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Before we get to the main event, should we do Krishan? We'll do Krishan right after this. We'll do Cody Blues with the news now. Let's get it. So I told you guys about the storm yesterday that's coming here. Not here to that's coming to Jamaica. We have the storm hunters capturing jaw-dropping footage from inside the eye of Hurricane Melissa as the monster storm bears down on Jamaica. Let's get it. Now I'm a filibuster. Here we go.
What the hell?
Yeah. Y'all see that?
God, no way.
I know it's kind of small right there, so my computer's not really doing it justice, but I'm here to let you know that is insane, man. At least they got good footage like this. My thing is, why are we not seeing no rain? I know the most calm part of a storm is the eye, but yo, that looks crazy. Let me see what the Jamaican people have to say about it. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. This is what the Jamaican people have to share about it. Content creators share clips from Jamaica amid Hurricane Melissa's rough winds and storms. Shout out Jamaica, man. Wagwan, my youth. Wagwan. Here we go. Hold up.
My side, and you see that? Yo! Wanna see that, my side? That me buckler! Water! Water, my side! Look at that! Water, my side, you know, save me?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, as humans, sometimes we can be so simple-minded. Shout out to nature. Nature makes us feel small. Yeah. Nature makes us feel small. Oh, yeah. Answer the poll and hit the like button. I forgot to tell y'all that throughout the show. Y'all know I'm doing my thing. Here we go.
Me not moving, watch everything start to wash you now. Don't feel like I do. What?
Bomba. Ross Clyde. Bomba Clyde. Bomba.
My side, more save when you really not save me. Save me, my side. Save me, want a wheel.
Ninja's going crazy about water, Ninja. All right, man. Like I said, keep them boys in your prayers. All right, last one before we get to the main event. Last one, guys. I know it's a lot of stuff. This just the show. Last two. My bad. Last two. This the show, people. This the show. Hit the like button, answer the poll in the chat. Law and Order with Black Adam. I forgot this one. We got DDD. Shout out to DDG and shout out to Haley Bailey. So we got, and I call DDG DDD in case Ninja want to sue a Ninja, because they used to call him doodle garbage, and I'm not gonna lie, I was participating in that until him and his brother they beat somebody up, and I sat there like, what if that was me? So yeah, we call DDG DDD, and everybody on the show we give them nicknames. Really the dudes, the women too. It just depends, because sometimes girls, take it personal. Even the ninjas, sometimes the ninjas get their panties in the water. It just depends. And shout out to the gay people. We call them Zimzer. They created their own pronouns. Anyways, let's continue. Yeah. So we have DDD and Haley Bailey are on a path of healing, all for the sake of Halo. Shout out to Halo, and shout out to the kids. Let me use this one. Shout out to the kids, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see. So after months of legal back and forth and social media drama, the former couple has decided to put their differences aside because they both agreed to drop their domestic violence order request against each other. Good job, lady and Jen. Good job. So according to new court documents obtained by TMZ, the two reached a stipulation that was signed off by a judge, laying out a temporary custody plan for their 1-year-old son. The agreement wipes the slate clean for now on their DVRO request, though each parent still reserves the right to bring those claims back if anything goes left in the future. And shout out to all the parents. Somebody let me know what DVRO stands for. I'm guessing domestic violence, something. I've never had one of those, so I don't know. But if you know, or if you just know what it is because you do, please put that in the chat. Anyways, like I said, congratulations are in order for them again. And shout out to Halo. Both parents are needed when it comes to this shit out here in these streets, man. The world is a sick place, okay? All right, last one, Krishan Rock. Let's get into it. So we got Chris Reezy. Shout out to Lemmy, and this comes after the show we did, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Yesterday we talked about Cardi B. Lemmy, Lamal Plum. I don't know how to say his name. Lemmy. We're gonna say Lemmy Plumber, the owner of Zeus Network, if I'm not mistaken. We have him in a recent update posting messages from Krishan saying that she's gonna have Blueface and his people get at him. And this comes after everything that happened where she tried to expose Zeus Network. You guys can go find that on my page. I did a stream on it. She also says her Zeus checks were for Krishan Jr. and Blueface. My whole thing is, I just want everybody to give me my flowers, because I told y'all ninjas she was gonna spin the block once this ninja come out, ninja. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all she gonna make it look like, oh, I'm finna hold you down and all this shit. She was having her fun, and now she come out. Gentlemen, this is why I tell you, bro, stay out the penitentiary, because your girl could potentially do this, and she not gonna tell you, ninja. And guess what? You gonna have to sit there and eat that, because you wasn't handling your business as a man. And what is handling your business as a man? Staying out the penitentiary. That's game, people. Gang. That's game, people. So let me see what these messages say. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Hold up. Damn, ninja can't see Nathan. I can't see Nathan.
Oh, shit. She lost 3 Bs. She lost Blueface, Bino, and Batty. BBB.
EPS come, she gonna lose the baby. That's another one.
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah. Yeah, ninja. So what happened when she go back to Blueface? Y'all ninjas, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. When ninjas sit there, ninja, you was dealing with a girl that has the same, her dude that's in the penitentiary tatted on her 7 times.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
And shout out to Soulja Boy, shout out to Big Draco, shout out to Stacks on Deck Money Gang. You feel what I'm saying? No disrespect to the clique, but I'm like, bro. She had the ninja tatted on her face. You left her because she wouldn't get them tats. She wouldn't get them tats removed for you, brother. No shade though. Hey, no shade, gentlemen. Like I said, a smart man, or like in the words of Papa Black, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So don't get me wrong. I done been down bad too. I probably done been with a couple girls that cheated on me. That's just how the game go. You got to eat that. But I'm saying, bro. If you knew better, you do better. So you can't low-key throw shade on her now because she gonna go back to the ninja. So you saying she lost the first ninja, but it's like she ain't really losing ninja. Like, if that's his baby, I don't know if that's his baby. No disrespect to Krishan, but word on the internet streets, if you know, you know. Rest in peace to Lil Ronnie. But I'm saying you can't sit there and say that shit, bro. You gonna have to eat that, bro. Anyways, let me see what else we have. Hold up. We have a couple more from that one. Let me see. Hold up. Y'all bear with me. Do we have it? Let me see. We have it. Yes, we do. All right, so we have Blueface's mom. Saying that Claressa claims Krishan might get blackballed after speaking badly about her former employer, the Zeus Network. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is like I said. I said this yesterday or 2 days ago. I said this 2 days ago in my stream. I was like, hey, it's not a problem that, it's not a problem that you feel a way about how you feel, but you can't act like that when you sign a contract. And that's why I tell y'all, your best bet is to never sign the contract. But if you sign a contract, you can't be mad when they have a certain expectation of you and you sign that contract. You feel me? Because if you sign that contract, Melody, what the hell's wrong with you? My dog having a bad dream. She just jumped up out of her sleep. All right, go lay down. Yeah, like I said, so if you sign that contract, you got to do what they tell you to do. And the reason why is because you knew what it was when you signed up. Word to, who said that? Kendrick or Rich the Kid in the song New Freezer. You knew what it was when you signed up. You feel me? So you can't sit there salty and then cry on the ground because niggas don't want to work with you. So to bring y'all up to speed on the story, for those of you who didn't catch it the last time because there's a lot going on in the net, let me see. This is what Krishan had to say. Hold up. Here we go. And let us know what you think in the comment section. And shout out to everybody that watches on the playback. Y'all let us know what y'all think too. And everybody on the live now, hit the like button and answer the poll. Let's get it.
It's like, if you don't fight, oh yeah, you're going home. You're getting replaced. What? All the bitches are sick, depressed, overstimulated, and can't find their identity. I'm the only one standing up to everybody like, so why are we actually fighting? My sister looked like a weirdo. I don't even know if that's, and then I don't even know if they, and just me y'all telling y'all this, I don't care. They're gonna probably dress it up and make me seem like I'm the weirdo. And I look like I got some things to work on. Sure, bro. The atmosphere of baddies is demonic. Everybody that don't want to fight is fighting. If you're not fighting, you're not getting your check. I don't want to do this no more.
Can't say that after you sign a contract, bro. That's like somebody, look, to bring it into perspective, since we talking about boxing today, you dig? Yeah, bro, that's like somebody saying they want to fight. I'm going to use Claressa and Laila as an example. They saying they want to fight. If Laila says she want to fight Claressa, or Claressa says she want to fight Laila, Laila turn around and say, get the money, I'll fight you. Claressa go get the money and say, I'm going to fight you. I'm ready to fight. I got the bag. We got the 15 million. We're going to do the fight. And Laila sitting there like this.
But what the hell, boy?
And she don't want to fight no more. You can't do shit like that. You feel me? You can't do that because, I mean, in this case, she ain't signed no contract, but you knew what it was when you was talking that shit. So when she first got the job, she was crying. Y'all don't remember she was crying on Instagram? I'll show y'all, bro. She was crying like, thank you, God, for this blessing. Now she's saying they demonic, bro. So it's like, bro, which is it? Which is it? No shade, though. No shade. Because, you know, the rock tars, they come in my chat or they come on my page afterwards and they turn up, bro. Y'all could go see the comments, bro. I'm talking about paragraphs of shit. And I'm sitting there like this. I'm like, bro, my first thing is you want me to read the whole thing to understand your perspective? Oh, no. Ain't no way. So, yeah, like I said, if y'all want the rest of that story, y'all go to my other stream because I got to do the main event. Y'all go to my other stream and go watch Krishan Rock Exposing Zeus Network. That's the title of that stream. Past that, like I said, fast forward, Blueface's mom had something to say. And the reason why she had something to say was because Krishan's mom came out first and says Blueface doesn't understand conditional love because he never got it from his mom, Claressa, and is drawn to it from Krishan but confused by it. Now, the reason why I laugh is because this is the play. This the sales funnel now. This the play that's going to bring y'all back to Blueface and Krishan being together. I don't know if Blueface going to get back with her. Me personally, I could never, bro. You supposed to hold it down when I'm in the penitentiary and you sitting there. I mean, I ain't going to say nothing because I could get very vulgar at the mouth. Okay, I ain't going to say nothing. But yeah. Like I said, hey, shout out to the ladies. Ladies, you can do what you do. But if you do what you do, For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You dig what I'm saying? Here we go.
You came and was born through a woman that had unconditional love.
Here it goes.
You came from a woman that your biological father was beating on me as I was carrying his children. But your mother had unconditional love. Blueface can't help who he came through. Was a dead walking. He told you the truth.
It's for
now, you remember the show when his brother said, he put it out there, Mom, it was a 2-hour view. You just taught me and my brother how to eat pussy. Then, Mom, just keep it real. Stay on the clip. Stay on the clip. Stay on the clip.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't even know what to say. Here we go.
So Blue came from a deadbeat mom. So what Blue is going through, Blue don't understand the unconditional love. Now, did I answer that a little bit? Yeah. He don't recognize it, but he knows you came
hold on.
born real, and he like it, but he don't recognize it. Did I answer the question? Yeah. And another thing, he's not gonna let you completely go. Not to hurt you, because he like it though, but he don't understand the unconditional love.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Yo, all this ninja got to do is go on social media and look at that unconditional love. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about?
You need to leave.
Bro, what are we talking about? Hey, man, but no disrespect to her mom. Like I said, I respect my elders, so I ain't finna say nothing about older people. Like, people my age, you feel me? All y'all ninjas my age, and like maybe 5 years up, if you 5 years older than me, and everybody below. Yeah, except for the kids. Shout out to the kids, feel me? But yeah, all you ninjas could get this work, bro, any time of the day. Don't ever get it twisted. And blame that on everybody that bullied me when I was a youngin', okay? Shout out to my peers, the ones that really rock with me. Y'all know what it is. Gang, we in here. Gang, we made it. But yeah, the rest of you ninjas, hey, ninja, I learned from the best of you how to crack on people, okay? So never get it twisted. Like, I do this performatively for the YouTube, okay? But please understand and trust and believe. I got a mouthpiece now. Shout out to Ali. Here we go.
Now you understand it? I don't give a fuck how many pussies come to him before you. He wants to figure out you, the unconditional love, because it's something he never had. And he likes it, but he don't know what to do with it.
Ma, you want to pray for him?
For him?
Yeah.
Who you want me to pray for? Okay.
Because I just want him to be a good dad.
Boy, I called this, bro.
What the
I called this. I called this, man.
No way.
Bro, y'all give me my flowers, bro. I called this, man. I told y'all. Sales fun. I told y'all when Blueface come out, she gonna move all them ninjas away. But the crazy thing is, at the same time, she got this ninja that she's with right now. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm just not the kind of dude. And I mean, fellas, the reality of the situation is this not your girl. Like, if you're not really like on top of this girl, metaphorically speaking, your girl belongs to the game, ninja. Sorry. So I mean, yeah, I'm not interested in like sharing a girl, like trying to go steady with a girl. No disrespect to Krishan Rock. I'm not interested in trying to go steady with a girl that belongs to the game. So I don't know, but
okay, that's real, and he like it, but he don't recognize it. Did I answer the question?
This what Blueface's mom had to say about the whole situation. I don't know if she responded to that clip or what, but here we go.
You didn't disrespect Zeus Network. You disrespected every network that would ever work with you. You scared all the networks off. This is Hollywood. They all stick together. Okay?
And shout out to Blueface's mom. No disrespect to Blueface. First off, shout out to Blueface, man. Blueface, baby. Yeah, all right. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, Blueface. Well, I ain't gonna say it because you're gonna tell me to put in work with the Crips or whoever the 60s or whoever you're a part of. But yeah, your mom is nice to look at, Ninja. Anyways, let's continue.
They're all one big fucking family, and they're all one big friend. You're running off all your opportunities in life. Nobody wants to deal with somebody that talked about their last network. So instead of your mama trying to talk to me, she should be telling you these things.
Now that's some real shit. So yeah, she was responding to what she said. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I use these people as an example. You consider them like if I had puppets, these were puppets that I was speaking through. I'm using them as channels, if you will. Yeah, so the reality of the situation, guys, you got to learn to not leave a bad taste in people's mouth. And I tell my inner circle this all the time. So it's always it's about what you say, but it's more about how you say it and then the connotation and then the context. So the idea, and I've done this before, so I've been banned from certain companies that I've worked with and shit like that. Banned.
You need to leave.
And I'm telling y'all, I had a multitude of jobs. And what turned me off is to the job is because a lot of people couldn't handle, I'm very straightforward. A lot of people can't handle that in today's day and age. And I learned this when I was younger. So I'm saying like 19, 20, I'm learning this, seeing how people act towards me and shit like that. And like I said, I mean, it's multiple factors that go into play. You feel me? I consider it, you know, skin tone, colorism, all those kind of things. But the main thing is this. You got to ideally try not to leave a bad taste in people's mouth because people talk, one, and people will not work with you, two, and three, people will go behind your back to make sure that you don't succeed or you can't put no food on your table to eat. So for example, and I'm not saying the CEOs of Zeus Network gonna do this, but they could turn around and any other company or any other network they try to work with, they can make calls and be like, hey, so you know, we had this girl on our show and this how she acts, she a bit erratic. I don't know if y'all should put her on y'all show. You feel what I'm saying?
You need to leave.
So now you fucked the bag up. So shout out to Claressa because she's speaking the real. Here we go.
Okay? No job. I don't give a fuck if it's McDonald's wants to hear you talk about Taco Bell. They don't want to hear about your bad relationship with the KFC.
Word.
You know why? I was a manager at a restaurant, I know, when I was a kid. If you go in there talking about your last job, they're scared of you because you're going to go run your mouth about their job.
And that's why you never really tell people, like when they ask you that question, like, oh, why'd you leave the last job? You could tell them, hey, I was just trying to seek new opportunities. That's what I always say. I don't care if it ended badly because let's say they call him, they'll be like, hey, so he said that he wanted to seek new opportunities. They will do a check and balance. I'm trying to tell y'all, even now, I mean, I ain't gonna say too much. You know, I got a homie, he got a big job, and shout out to him. I'm not gonna say his business, put his business out there. But shout out to him. We was just on the phone recently. If you watch the show, he knows. You know, he had me as his reference because you know he can't put his family. He could put friends and people that he knows, and you know I'm finna do what it does, and handle that because you know he deserves the job. He's a good person. He's fit for the job. But like I said, they got to check to see people who aren't necessarily biased. So if I was biased, I mean, I'm not a friend. I'm a friend, but I'm not really biased in the situation of, like I said, I know what he does. But what I'm saying is they got to see whether or not they can check to see if he's a good person. So they got the references from work and then the references from the friends. Then they're going to put two and two together to see if, hey, is this guy the right guy for the job? So yeah, like I said, guys, it's you know, it's PR, it's networking. Like even me, I'm aware that doing this is going to close certain doors in my life and then open certain doors in my life. The reality is it's the unknown, but it's like I kind of have a guiding force. Like I know where I'm going with it. I don't know how far it can go, but it can go far. But like I said, even now, I have to always watch what I say. So y'all hear me say ninja. You know, I don't speak too much about the racial stuff as much as I normally would because these are controversial topics. It'll make people like or not like you. Even if what you're saying has some truth to it, it's true. Even if there's some falsities, you feel what I'm saying? But the main thing is you got to kind of walk a line. Like I said, you can choose a side, but it's better to walk a line. It's better to walk that line, and I'm saying balancing that. It's better to walk on the line. Here we go.
Now that's the first thing you need to do is silence yourself. Zip your mouth. You didn't disrespect Zeus Network. You disrespected every network that would ever work with you. Alpha. Everybody in the industry is scared of you right now. Either you're gonna abuse them, beat them, or talk shit about them. Just because shit don't go your way, it does not work like that.
Word.
It does not work like that. You're running off every opportunity that will ever come your way. Any producers that are like, oh, I want to help her, I want to do something, you're scaring off the pastors. You're yelling out pastors' names in situations they shouldn't even be involved in. Word. Now, why would a pastor jump up and talk to Lemmy about your work abilities? Word. Either you work or you quit. You don't talk shit. Okay? And that's not just Hollywood. That's if you work at McDonald's. That's if you work at Dollar Tree. You don't work at Dollar Tree and go to Walmart and say, my last boss just used me.
Hey, man, word is bond. Shout out to the OGs. And like I said, that's the reality situation, people. And shout out to everybody in the corporate world. That's why I chose not to go to the corporate world personally. I'm not a fan of brown nosing. I was aware that I'd have to work twice as hard to do some of the same things that my peers are doing, even though I may be intellectually more capable. You know, I may be able to articulate myself better. I may be able to present myself better, but the reality of the situation is, it is what it is. So I made that choice. Whether or not it was the right choice, I don't think it matters. It's more about, it's just what you're willing to deal with and what you're not willing to deal with. Even now, reason why y'all see me take my time to put out my music is because now I'm trying to actually do it as a professional. And now I understand the things I didn't understand. Even this last year, y'all see me stop putting out music after Take You Home that I dropped a couple months ago. And it's like, I have music in the vault, but I had to really sit there and think like, okay, what's the longevity of this? How can I do this? Am I really going to turn this into a career? And like I said, I start understanding I'm spreading myself too thin by trying to do everything on my own. You got to partner with people. You got to partner with, you know, when y'all hear the labels, the deals and all that, you got to partner with these people depending on where you're trying to go. So I had to really sit there and think about it. That's why y'all hearing me play my shit more, because I'm getting ready to gear back up and really hit this hole. But, you know, as an adult, like as a professional, not just as some kid trying to do music and be cool and all that, and everybody go listen to my stuff. No, like really as a professional, like this some real shit. Feel me? And yeah, I mean, I kind of set up the business. I got a couple more things to work on, but we're going to do it with time. So yeah, more of the story is you got to kind of, your credibility and your, what is it called? Not your credibility, your personal credibility and your personal brand is everything. Don't ruin your brand because of your emotions. Shout out to the ladies that find their way to my page. I'm talking to y'all. Gentlemen, I'm talking to you as well. Be careful what you do. Be careful the company you keep. I've had people try to slander me on social media, dox me. Like I said, a product of everything you see now is the negative aspects that happened in my life with the people that I cared about, and I'm just flipping it around now and turning it into positives, whether that's my music, whether it's the show, some of the things y'all see me, some of the products y'all gonna see me push in the future. Like I said, there's a means to an end behind everything. But let me let Claressa finish. Here we go. And shout out to her for trying to teach this girl some game. Here we go.
She worked me so hard, and then that's why we didn't get along. You keep your fucking mouth shut. Same with your man. I'm talking to the rest of you dumb assholes too. Mouth up. Everybody in the industry is scared of you right now.
Yeah, man, like I said, you knew what it was when you signed up. Don't sit there and act like you ain't know what it was. But shout out to Krishan. Like I said, she growing. You know, it's a coming to age thing. With me, I was traumatized earlier than most people. And that's why I'm able to think like this now. Shout out to all the people. Shout out to the kids. All right, man, main event time. Everybody's been waiting. I know they came and went. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 2. All right, man. Claressa Shields claps back at Laila Ali, accusing her of being old and hating on the youth. Now, first things first, y'all know when it comes to the light-skinned girls and the dark-skinned girls, you know, I've had my fair share. You know, I've been with Cuban girls, I've been with Puerto Rican girls, I've been with black girls, I've been with white girls. Do I swirl? Sometimes. Nah, but in all seriousness, yeah. You know me, I'm biased in this situation. So I love brown skinned women. I like the dark brown and I like the light brown. So shout out to Laila Ali and shout out to Claressa Shields. I'm gonna let you guys know from the jump, I'm biased. So, you know, I'm rocking with the self-proclaimed GWOAT, I can't say it right, my bad. I got tongue tied. I'm rocking with the self-proclaimed greatest woman of all time, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But at the same time and in the same breath, shout out to Laila Ali. Yes, sir. And Respect to Muhammad Ali, Ninja. Y'all know what it is. So yeah, last time, and this is an update show, guys. Last time we were speaking about this topic, Laila Ali came out and said that Claressa was using her name for clout, and she came with the receipts and the examples. So we have Claressa taking a page out of Laila Ali's book, taking a page out of her book, and basically doing the same thing. So now she has her own receipts. Let us know what you think in the comment section, and shout out to everybody that watches on the playback. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section. And the question that I asked in the poll earlier, and you guys can answer that too for everybody that watches us on the playback, was do you think Laila Ali sneak disses other female boxers? Vote and tell us why. So I guess you guys can just tell us why. The answer choices were as followed. Claressa's right, she's a hater. No, Claressa's messy. Most boxers sneak diss, and both boxers act catty. So yeah, y'all let us know what it is. Let me see what's popping off. Hold on. We're going to pull this up. Where we at? Y'all bear with me. Boom. So right here, we have Claressa Shields clapping back at Laila Ali in the same kind of style and fashion. Like I said, she took a play out of her book. So for those of you who remember, let me bring back the old footage. Hold up.
Inspire.
Let me see if I can find the old footage. Damn. Shoot, I'll probably find it on TikTok. I'd have to find it on TikTok. Let me see. Hold on. Can I find it? I wouldn't be able to find it quickly. Yeah, I'd have to find it on TikTok. We'll find it on TikTok. We'll start with the old footage. Let me see. Y'all bear with me and let us know what you think in the comment section. Where we at? Instagram. Let me go to TikTok. Before I show you guys Claressa's footage, I want to show you Laila's footage so you guys can have an understanding. Hold up. So like I said, so you guys can have a understanding as to where this animosity comes from. So let me see. Laila Ali clap back Claressa. Nope. All right, so this is what
there's been a whole lot
Laila Ali had to say. We're not playing the whole thing because somehow, some way, this is 28 minutes, and that was not how long it is. These people are insane. But here we go.
to talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing. And people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm gonna give you that answer.
Man, I don't even want to play this one because they turn around and put this music on it, bro.
Now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm gonna give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here. While
my bad, I had to turn it on. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section, bro. Here we go.
Others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negative drama and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on now, listen. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Laila can rumble though.
And Wolf would have knocked Laila Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Laila oh so pretty out.
All right, so we're gonna stop right here. First things first, my whole thing. Now y'all know I'm rocking with the GWOAT. Shout out to the GWOAT. My whole thing is, if Ann Wolf would have knocked, you know, and no shade, cause you know, well, I mean, you would Pap anyway, so I don't even have a chance, Ninja. Let's just start there, Ninja. Okay, but you know, if you say that if Ann Wolf would have knocked Laila Ali out, my thing is, why are you not calling out Ann? That was my whole thing. But I'm still on your side, okay? I am still on your side. But anyways, let's hear some more. Hold up, before we get to the recent footage.
So this right here is the consequence. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal.
Shit.
At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics the second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. I know that when I was fighting, any of my struggles that I had to overcome, or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me.
Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight.
And like I said, these are social media wars that we're watching in real time, people. So, people have taken footage now and taken perspective, and we have all weaponized perspective. This is the philosopher speaking. Excuse me. This is me speaking to y'all, letting y'all know what's going on. That's why you see these kinds of videos now. So we all can take a perspective. We could take 3 seconds or 4 seconds of a clip, and we're all aware now that we can spin it to our liking. Now, this is no shade to Layla. I'm just saying, just so we're aware of what's going on here. Because we're going to see the same thing happen now with Claressa. Because like I said, she took a page out of Layla's book, so she did the same exact thing. But here we go.
I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168, where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going somewhere around 148 where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape.
Okay.
I pointed her in the right direction. And I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. Okay. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature.
So this is, this the whole thing, and we discussed this before. Y'all can find it on my page. Just type Claressa Shields on my page and see it. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, and I said this before, I continue to say this, the problem that happened with Claressa, and no shade to Claressa, cause I know you be feeling the way. You're very passionate about what you do and how you feel about your own personal life, and like I said, I respect the confidence. I respect the confidence. The problem was she left a bad taste in people's mouth. Now I don't mean to say it like that, but
You need to leave.
And I'm speaking about the older generation, and this is just me saying as an observer. People don't like you if you fuck around with somebody, wife or husband, whatever the case may have you, regardless of if they're not, regardless of if they're separated or whatever the case may have you. They gotta divorce each other. So where the court of public opinion has put her now, they put her in a sense of, hey, she's kind of a nasty woman to deal with because she's sitting there dealing with a man that's supposedly married to another woman. Now I don't want to put, I don't want to say too much, but Pap, Remy, at the same time, even though they're not dealing with each other, it still leaves a bad taste in people's mouth because of how people feel about marriage. Marriage is a old way of thinking. Some people is old school. It just is what it is, bro. So that's a lot of times, that's the things that people look at. Me personally, I'm of the opinion that you should separate the person from their craft. A lot of times, like the person who personally, whatever they do personally, you should separate it from their craft. In all instances, I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still trying to determine that in my head. People evolve, so people change their perspective over time because a lot of people do bad shit. So I don't really know whether or not, when it comes to like negative criticisms or they get caught up in like assault or cases and shit like that, I'm still trying to figure out if we should still separate them. What I will say is social media allows us to look at people now and look into people's lives than their personal lives because it's about branding. So you got to let people know the real you. But I still think we should separate the person, whoever that person is off camera. We should separate that person from what they do in their craft. So whatever they do in their private life, let them handle that. Unless it becomes some shit that needs to be course corrected or whatever the case may have you. That's my opinion. Here we go.
I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. She saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun?
You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby 6-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my. I just turned 40. Because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to. Well, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. I think everything happens in due time. You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. Women's boxing is getting some good attention. Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Laila Ali. I have so much respect for her, and I like her. I actually call her my Big Sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the #1 in my...
Talented fighter. And she has the opportunity right now. The stage is set, so now she just has to kind of do her thing.
I had Claressa here, right? I asked her who does she think would win and you against you in your prime and her now. And this is what she said.
She's not cut like me. She don't take the challenges. Like, she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Laila Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
I like to support and uplift people, and I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could...
hold on, I'm gonna let her finish.
Never beat me.
Okay.
Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Laila?
Let's get that straight. Okay. And not simply because she's not strong enough, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. Now,
all right, so we'll stop there. So I ain't gonna lie to you. She did throw shots. So she did throw shots, and that's okay. Like she said, you're supposed to feel like you're the best, and then at the same time, your idols are supposed to become your rivals. So that's just something that's normal. It is what it is. It's part of the game, par for the course. I feel like they got salty along the way because, like I said, people take things personal when they put in work behind what they do. So even me, when I first started making music, I used to take this shit personal when people used to say, this shit doo-doo, it's hot fire garbage or whatever they used to say, bro. They used to say all kind of shit, right? Till I start really getting good, they like, yo, you might really make it. And now, like I said, I hear make it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck these people talking about, man? This business. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. They passionate about what they do, so you can respect it. But yeah, to say she took it the wrong way, I'm not going to say she took it the wrong way. She took it personal, and that happens a lot because people want to prove they're the best. And if you're the best, or if you're the daughter of the best, or whatever the case may have you, yeah, people are going to want to take your spot. Here we go.
You've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out just out of jealousy. Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Now, I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me. That was not just talk for me. It's what I did. TKO, KO, it didn't matter. I was going to stop you. It wasn't going to a decision. And if you didn't belong in there with me, I was going to get you out of there. Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters.
Hold up.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this and said that I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Also, I'm giving y'all some game too. Build your brand. I was telling y'all that earlier, Ninja. I told y'all. Your brand. Brand and reputation is everything guarded with your life. I didn't say that. I think I read that in 48 Laws of Power or some book. Like I told y'all, bro, y'all see what I say, assume you're being watched at all times. What do you want people to see? Shit like that. And I always tell you, don't think too much because you're going to get anxiety. I think a lot, but I you know, we got the rest of life, but don't think too much about it, but just keep an idea or at least an image in your head of what you want people to see. Because if you don't show the world who you are, the world's going to show you who you're supposed to be. Let's continue.
Laila Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening. More money than I ever made. More money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right? Nope, I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. You know what my father would say? She's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction. But she has become a disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
It's beneficial. If they win again, you don't need them just with.
It's like I said. So, you know, the problem I feel like when it comes to this whole thing, first off, shout out to both fighters. Shout out to both fighters. The problem lies where we're looking at the old school versus the new school. So the old school, and I'm going to say this, shout out to all the OGs and the OBs and the old boys and the old girls and everybody that find their way to my page. The old school was used to being, I'm going to say monolithic. And I mean monolithic. What I mean is one track, like you can only do one thing at a time. Whereas the new school, which is us now, the generation now, to survive in this day and age, you got to do multiple things. Now, let me cook, guys. So you see Claressa Shields is showing her rap. Now she's starting to make music and stuff like that. The man she with, he a rapper. Like I said, even now when she went to go explain herself, she put the reason why she did this and that. She like, go follow my YouTube. We live in a day and age in social media and the social media age and then AI coming with this bullshit, bro. You have to do multiple things to survive in this economy. You can't be a one-trick pony. So I think that's where the disconnect is. And the sad reality is, yeah, I mean, Claressa built up this kind of brand or whatever the case may have you, but the brand was built like that on purpose because boxing is more of a barbaric sport. Now, it's not as bad as some other sports like UFC and shit like that, but it's still a barbaric sport. And what comes behind barbarianism? Fighting. I'm not going to say low-class culture, but I'm saying like fighting, going at people, shit like that. That's her brand. That's what she's representing. Here we go.
Her men ain't got no balls, so you know we really not them fake who do it for the real women. Girls who think they just so pretty and just because they born light skin that they just all that. That they can come on people's shit talking shit. I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. Light skin.
Now, do you believe I'm jealous of her now? And I know everyone wants.
So like I said, she ended by saying, do you believe I'm jealous of her? And like I said, this is old school versus new school. So like I said, even the idea of colorism is not an old school thing. The term is more of a new school thing. It's an old school thing in the sense that it started back in the day. But even when it comes to colorism, and this is why I also say this is the war of social media perspectives that we're seeing now. That's the step that we're at before AI takes over, and AI starting to take over. Y'all seen the Sora 2 and shit. But yeah, perspective wars. So people take a piece of a clip and turn around and weaponize that clip and then bombard the message to the masses and let them decide in the court of public opinion. Man, I'm preaching today, goddamn. I'm preaching today. So like I said, old school versus new school. So colorism is an old school thing, but we only recently started talking about it once we peeped game. Shout out to the CIA and the Fetty Gov. You know, the CIA and the Fetty Gov, they rubbing their hands like Birdman, ninja. They rubbing their hands like Birdman. You already know it, bro. You already know it. So let me go to Instagram now and let me show you what Claressa had to say. So Claressa heard that, and that was like 12 days ago, people, when we did that stream, I believe. So Claressa heard that, and when Claressa heard that, she responded today recently, and she took a play out of Laila's book, and she said what she had to say. Let's see what she had to say, and y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Let's get it. This is her side of the story.
Ali has been losing the fight against me for a very long time, and we all know when you start losing the fight, you go below the belt. I really did not want to have to respond to this video because I am not into tearing another black woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth.
Okay.
So now I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today.
Perspective war, people. Like I said, y'all ever hear that? I gotta write that down. Write that down. Somebody write that down. Hey man, I got the ideas. That's fire. When y'all hear perspective war, remember that you heard that here first on the Blac Pill podcast, Ninja. And shout out to Lorraine. Lorraine said Claressa Shields looks like Bud in a wig. Y'all niggas be hating, bro. That's like saying all black people look alike, bro. Don't do that. Here we go.
So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. Laila Ali has been losing the fight against me for a very long time.
I always have the highest hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice. The young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did, Laila Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to
Hey, y'all answer the poll and hit the like button. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Here we go.
Stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice.
Whose side are you on, guys? Comment Team Claressa or Team Laila in the comment section. Here we go.
So she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing but her trying to body shame me and discredit me for winning world championships at weight classes in 5.
I always have the highest hope.
Hold up.
In 5 different weight classes, which is 154, 160, 168, 175, and 175 plus.
Ooh, shout out to the GOAT, man. Come on now, Ninja. Shout out to the GOAT, Ninja. Yeah. So for those of you who are just popping in, so Claressa specifically said that Laila gave her the wrong advice. Let me play that part of the clip again. Hold up. Here we go.
Hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice. The young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did, Laila Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
All right, so there you have it. So when you look at that, when you look at it from Claressa's perspective, what it sounds like is Laila Ali tried to torpedo her career. Not to say it like that, but or at least that sounds like how Claressa feels. Let's continue.
When she asked,
hold up.
I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million in women's boxing.
Ooh,
before this,
hold up. Put some respect on her name. Put some respect on her name. Let's get it.
Interview on The Breakfast Club with Laila Ali. Me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. Mm. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. Mm. and she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Laila there, and you know.
So look, right here, I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. So look.
You need to leave.
Perspective war. We are living in a time now where people are taking perspectives and weaponizing them. So in Laila's clip, she cut off that piece of that perspective, and you guys can go, you know, scroll back and go listen. It's somewhere in the show. But yeah, so she took that perspective and made it seem like she was really, you know, fucking with Melissa, excuse my French. I said Melissa. Fucking with Claressa, excuse my French. I'm saying Melissa because I'm thinking about the hurricane. But yeah, so like I said, now we hear the whole clip. So she throwing shade and she sneak dishing and she's saying basically if the money's right, Claressa's there every night, which make it seem like she doing all this for the money and this and that, but she dry hating. Here we go.
I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context. And one thing I will say, she wasn't just saying that I wasn't good enough to inspire in 5 different weight classes.
Hold up.
To inspire her and to give her a challenge. She was saying that all the women who were currently boxing could not give her a challenge. The problem is that I am the only one that says something. Now, coincidentally, I'm not the first woman athlete that she's done this to. Let's rewind again and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan of Ronda Rousey?
I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was armbarring girls in less than 30 seconds. She was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Laila Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter. Play the clip to inspire her and to give her.
Oh, we don't have the clip. Goddamn, we don't got the clip. Damn. And like I said, you can see the comment section is biased. Comment section say older hating on the youth is crazy when she looks way younger than you. That's a hater. We got somebody saying, Claressa, we don't want to hear it. Laila already cleared you. Why would Muhammad Ali's daughter want to be you or hate on you? And she just proved it right here, guys. Hold on. This is where she proved it.
Which is 154, 160, 168, 175, and 175 plus. I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million in women's boxing. Before this interview on The Breakfast Club with Laila Ali, me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She went to the Olympics, won twice. And women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my mind. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Laila there, and you know, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context. And one thing I will say,
so there you have it right there. Secondly, like I said, guys, it's court of public opinion, weaponized perspectives and court of public opinion. So for example, we got a comment right here that says her married boyfriend should have advised her not to do that. You see what I mean? So
you need to leave.
So Claressa is right in the sense that she's very confident in herself, but the part where she messed up at is people take shit personal, even if it's not their own personal lives. I see it all the time when I pop shit on my show. Like people come in my comments, turning up on me, telling me I can't speak on this person and that person. And I'm just like,
but what the hell, boy?
Telling me why I'm talking about this person and that person all the time. Do I got a crush on them and all kind of shit? And I'm like, bro, if I did, I'm sitting there like, let's say I did. Why, you know, like, I'm like, why do you care? Why is that your business? And what it comes down to is that person is mad or envious of the fact that I'm interested in talking about whoever I'm talking about, and I'm not interested in talking about them and whatever they got going on, and it doesn't just excite me. But what it comes down to is, like I said, it's so many different perspectives, man. Y'all gotta let us know what y'all think in the comment section, man. At the end of the day, I'm team Claressa. I'm part of the new school. Y'all know what it is, man. So I'm gonna ride. All right. I'm Team Claressa, so I'm riding with Claressa. Shout out to Laila Ali. No disrespect to Laila Ali. It's just our generation is the way our generation is. The problem is, and I said this before, I said this to somebody in the comments because they was turning up on me and they was talking about how the new generation so disrespectful and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, what y'all got to realize is when it comes to the new generation, whether or not it's a positive or negative connotation, is a direct product of the people who raised that generation. So when you see these things going on in the debauchery, people acting a fool and shit like that, look at their village. The village that raised them is the reason why they act like that. Two, on top of that, when we think about the village that raised them, we have to assume that these people are older than us and not younger than us. And when I say us, I mean us, the new generation. So you guys have to take the mirror that I tell you guys all the time, you know, the mirror of perspective. We all take a mirror and point it at each other. I say men and women do this to each other. So men and women take a proverbial mirror and say, hey, look at you, look at you. So when we hear stereotypes about, oh, men do this and women do that, a majority of the stereotypes have some truth to them. And the reason why is because, like I said, we take that mirror and we point it at each other and show each other a reflection of each other. So like I said, when it comes to the new generation is a reflection of the trauma from the old generation. I'm preaching right now. Okay? The new generation is a reflection of the trauma from the old generation, either being passed down or not being squashed right there and creating a new way of thinking for everybody else moving forward. With that being said, man, y'all gotta let us know what y'all think in the comment section. That's it for tonight's show. Y'all let us know whose side you're on, man. Comment Team Claressa, Team Laila. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance and you are the core. I gotta hit the gym, man. Like I said, I'm Team Claressa, and shout out to everybody that feel otherwise. Don't turn up on me. Don't shoot your boy, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. Past that, shout out to the Adams Ease, man. We back in here tomorrow.